Fresh Prince of Bel-Air series is about to get a reboot and is that's in the works and is set to be a drama this time around specifically.
Yeah, did you not see the fan fiction trailer for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Like even Will Smith liked it. This came out like let's see here. Could probably watch it and then you'll be able to see. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was like a, yeah, here it is. I don't know if you've seen this. We could watch it if you want.
Sure.
I just posted there in Discord. You just let me know.
Yeah, 1 second. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
See, for some reason you think this is a game. This is not a game, Will. Look at you. Look at you. The only reason why you're not in jail is because Uncle Phil called in a favor.
Take your time. Go deep.
Too easy.
This guy really wearing a Free Meek shirt.
You stupid.
Free Meek shirt.
This is accurate. Cops coming running with guns already drawn, sprinting towards them with guns in hand.
Yourself? I've done my best, Will. It's time for a change. You're going to Bel-Air to live with your uncle and your aunt.
Bel-Air. Out of all places.
This is a second chance, Will. Don't waste it.
Will, I will not bail you out again. In this house, I'm not Uncle Phil. I'm the law. Have I made myself absolutely clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. There are no butlers to clean up your messes. You've got to be responsible for yourself.
So, Will, what brings you to Bel-Air?
I got caught with a gun. How are we related again?
Shut up, Carlton.
He's from the streets of Philadelphia.
Will needs discipline.
Just a little time. Just a little time and a little love. We are what he needs.
Why don't you go back to Philly? Born and raised, right?
You think I would ever want to be in this life?
You're not welcome, Will.
This is fake.
Wherever you're from,
This is
it's
fake.
not
You
like
ain't do anything to earn this. I never had nothing.
My life ain't a sitcom, I guess. I don't even feel like I belong here.
Just give it some time. Everything happens for a reason.
Yo, you must be from Philly.
Yeah. What's up, man? I'm Will.
Jazz.
Jazz.
The fan of dude who actually almost looks like Jazz.
Hey, so what part of town you staying in? Bel-Air. They got you out there?
All right, Philly, let's see what you got. Will, welcome to Bel-Air Academy.
How's everything going at Bel-Air?
It's not too bad out here. I just made the team.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so glad you're here. I need to take you shopping. Rodeo Drive. Oh my gosh.
I was summoned by God to be the greatest. They say my birth is a curse, I still made it. I stood out in the field when it was raining. 10 toes down in it. Youngin' came up strong with a will to live. Daddy never came home, mama in the pen. So his relative got him for the devil did. The streets ain't safe just to be playing in. It's like deja vu, see it all the time. Yeah, it's like deja vu, see it all the time.
Hey, Jazz.
Hey, Prince.
You even go here?
Nah.
So yeah, that was what they're basing off of, and I'm gonna be honest, I fucks with that. If they make a drama based like Netflix, HBO, or wherever they go, and they make it a series, and it's got comedy to it, but it's a drama. It's a dramedy. Like, and I wouldn't even use the word dramedy because I really feel like it would have to be a real life story that's like kind of grounded with a bit of comedic, because you need that in a Fresh Prince just in general, or it's just going to feel really weird. As long as it's not like, some sort of sitcom where there's laugh tracks in the background and it's a punchline every 2 lines. I fucks with this. If they're gonna do a Fresh Prince remake or a rebranding, this is the route to go. I don't want a sitcom, but this is interesting. I like it a lot. I think there could be a lot of great positive messages within this as well, like how Fresh Prince did. And I think doing a 10-episode series on this, it reminds me a lot of Sex Education. If they made it a little bit more dramatic than what Sex Education is, not like the music they play in the background and stuff, like not as cartoony almost, but if it had that feel, I'm down for this. I think this is great. And Will Smith loved this. When this came out a year ago, I've watched this trailer like 3 or 4 times. When this came out, like I thought it was going to be like a real thing. And I was like, what the fuck are they doing? And then when I saw it, I was like, whoa, this is actually not bad. And I found out it was just a fan thing that they really wanted to get going. And Will Smith was behind this. Like he really, really liked this. So I'm for this, man. I know at face value, when you hear it, people are like, no, you're not touching Fresh Prince. I get it. But when you watch this, at least for me, I fucks with it. I'm in.
Yeah, so I mean, this was going to happen one way or another because they can't keep their hands off of like remaking everything that was popular. So it was bound to happen at some point. It's not that I don't think that looked good, because it obviously looked good. Anyone who says that didn't look good is just lying to themselves. Obviously, that looked very good, fan-made project or not. And when they say fan-made, I mean it's fans that just so happen to also be filmmakers. Let's be fucking honest here. It's not like somebody grabbed their handy cam and went out to the backyard and fucking shot a quick little trailer about what they thought a dramatic Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is. They're using full-blown film-grade equipment from start to finish and hiring legitimate actors and actresses to go in and fill those roles. I mean, that is, what it is. But the thing for me is that while I also agree that the drama would be the way to go, because you can't recreate Fresh Prince of Bel-Air the way that it was done in the 90s. You just can't. You're never going to find a cast that people would even accept, even if they did it well. If you did a comedy version again of Fresh Prince, nobody's going to accept that shit. It has to be almost a 180. And what's 180 of a comedy but a drama? They're two sides of the same coin. It's just which one do you put to the forefront? In the original, it was comedy where they got you laughing and then they hit you hard with drama. And the drama worked better because you were mostly laughing the whole time and they had you with your guard down, and then they slip in a fucking why don't he want me man fucking moment with Uncle Phil, and it hits you 1,000 times harder than if it was just a pure dramatic show. So having it be in the reverse of drama up front and then sneak in some comedy, that absolutely works. I mean, there's always levity put into the best of dramas because it helps break it up and allow you to feel the dramatic moments more from scene to scene. My position on it is not that it may not be good. My position on it is that I just don't want. Fresh Prince was a perfect fucking television show. Released at the perfect time, with the perfect cast, done exactly in the best way, with some of the most impressive and influential moments in television history happening in that show. Having it be redone just feels fucking weird to me. It's not that they can't do it a good job. It would be like if they went back and they redid the original 3 Star Wars films. And not just continue Star Wars, but redo the Star Wars films. And would they be able to do a good job? Obviously. We've got fucking way better technology. Everything would be incredible. It would look better. It would sound better. They could get the best fucking people on the job. They'd have incredible actors and actresses, not just pulling carpenters out of the back like Harrison Ford and slap them into a fucking role and calling it a day. It would be good. But would people want to see the original trilogy get completely fucking redone?
Well, listen, I see what you're saying, but I think you're a little off basis here because, first of all, the Star Wars trilogy was sort of redone. All right, we pretty much got to.
Well, that's because nobody knows how to write a fucking story anymore, and they just want to redo it.
And secondly, is we're talking about 2 totally different feels to the show and to the movie.
Yes, they're doing it differently. Yes, I appreciate that.
It's completely different. So, one is quite literally a sitcom.
Yes, and one's a drama.
The other one is going to be a television series drama.
Yeah.
So, it's like saying, well, Star Wars is a space epic, and now we're going to turn the space epic into a sitcom, a Star Wars sitcom. They're just 2 very different things.
I'm not trying to compare them in that regard. I'm just comparing it into the idea. And I'll probably, if they do this, I'm going to fucking watch it. And it will probably, like I said, be really good. It's just, for me, there are some things, I'm one of those people, I'm an asshole, I'm one of those people that I feel like there are certain things that should just remain as they are, and then just write some new shit. It's not like you couldn't do the Fresh Prince formula and not literally be fucking Prince and Jazz and Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv and everyone else. It's not like you couldn't do that exact fucking formula and have it work and have it be an entire black cast and be something different. It's just using the name to redo it. And it feels like I prefer that people don't and just try and come up with something more unique. Because sometimes things can be redone and reimagined and it be maybe worth it. But I'm just in the mindset where sometimes it's just better left as it is. Like they're talking about redoing Blazing Saddles as Blazing fucking Samurai, for God's sake. Fucking what? No! No! Do something new. Just don't, or at least don't try and ride the coattails so fucking hard if it's not a sequel or a prequel or part of the, but if you're redoing it, yes, it's going to be good. I promise you it's going to be good. Especially if just hire the people that did that trailer and be done with it.
All right, so I normally would agree with just about everything you're saying because there's just too many remakes, but this is different. And the reason why this is different is because it is so incredibly different from the source material, but it's up to date, it's modern, and I also feel like because Fresh Prince was all of those things that you just said, it was so iconic and it had so many great moments in television history, and we have an opportunity now to have a new generation of people to enjoy those same types of situations in a different format that people are gravitating towards more in 2020. And the fact that since it's so different from the source material, but yet it from what I'm seeing from this trailer, and this is a fan-made one, but it's still so on point with the source material that you can't even, you were even saying, wow, it looks like Jazzy Jeff. And I'm seeing people and their demeanors, the way they're acting, everything is Fresh Prince. So that when people that loved the show watch it, they don't feel as though they're being cheated out and they're doing wrong by these characters or whatever. And it's much more easy for me to accept a Fresh Prince reimagining instead of a remake than them remaking the sitcom. You try and remake the sitcom, or you do like like they did with Fuller House, and they bring that back. That's a no from me personally. Apparently it does well and people like it. That's great. That's a no from me. But if you're gonna go in a completely different direction and you're gonna take it seriously, and you're gonna write something awesome, not only that, we could see these characters go and do things that we couldn't have seen on a small set. On a sitcom, they're actually going to be able to go to locations. It's going to feel more. You're going to feel like you're getting more of an in-depth a look into these characters' lives, and on more of a relatable, more of a relatable thing in today. Because a lot of the stuff that they did back then, yeah, it was, they talked about racism and all kinds of different topics, but this just feels like they could do so much more with just the setting alone. And I'm with you. The fact that you want to fuck around with the things that I loved, and the things not only that I love, but the things that just worked. So why fuck with it? But the thing is, they're not really fucking with it, because no matter what happens, whether the show is good, bad, or great, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is in its own league. It's in its own genre, and it's forever idolized as one of the greatest shows ever made. And I think if they go in this direction, they do nothing to hurt that legacy in any way, shape, or form. And, even if Will Smith is coming out and saying, dude, this looks fucking dope, I'm behind this, then, that's a huge thumbs up coming from the guy that usually keeps it pretty real. Like, if he didn't like it, he'd be like, dude, nah, you ain't touching my Fresh Prince. So I see where you're coming from, but this is one of those times where I'm on board, and I'm like, I'll be disappointed if it doesn't happen, because I love the show so much, and I'm very curious to see where they could go in this totally different direction. And the fact it didn't look like dog shit, like it looked great.
Well, it's because it was done professionally. They spent some money on that fucking fan-made trailer.
Now we might get a show because of it, right? So if that's the case, give me it. I want to see it.
Yeah. I think it will likely be very good, especially if they do what they did in that trailer. I'm a stuck in my ways old asshole. Just get off my lawn. Stop, fucking with the good shit. Dude, they're trying to redo fucking Knight Rider.
Well, they're redoing everything, but here's the reality. Yeah, we can say go ahead and come up with new ideas. It's fucking hard to come up with new ideas these days because everything has been done. And the thing is a lot of new ideas also suck dick. They really, and if you can intrigue me as a viewer on something that I love, and you're taking it in a totally different direction, and I'm still super intrigued as somebody that's as diehard of a Fresh Prince fan as I am. For you to still be able to intrigue me, that says a lot, man. Then you know what? There is a time and place to redo stuff or have a reimagining of it. And I think this is one of the exceptions. One of them. And there's not many. This is one of them.
It's a small list.
It's a very small list.
It's dude, I'm still trying to get over Blazing Saddles being redone as Blazing Samurais, and I can't even fucking... First of all, you can't do Blazing Saddles in 2020. You could barely do Blazing Saddles when it came out. And you want to do Blazing Saddles in 2020 or 2021 when people are crying over literally anything? I don't think people are ready for that shit. But yeah, it is what it is. And I heard about the Knight Rider thing on the radio the other day, taking M into her one of her things, and bro, they were talking about like Kevin Hart voicing the car or some shit. What do you like?
I hear Kevin Hart now. I just check out.
Yeah, it was really like John Cena was gonna be Knight Rider, and then
no.